In the world of private funds, where capital moves quickly and investor relationships are paramount, regulatory compliance often feels like a necessary but cumbersome sidecar. Among the most foundational components of that compliance stack are Know Your Customer, KYC, and Customer Due Diligence, CDD. These aren't just check-the-box exercises, they're critical safeguards that help funds avoid reputational risk, regulatory penalties, and exposure to financial crime. What KYC and CDD actually mean: at their core, KYC and CDD are about verifying identity and assessing risk. KYC is the process of confirming that a client is who they say they are. It typically involves collecting and validating documents like passports, corporate registrations, and proof of address. CDD goes a step further. It's about understanding the nature of the client's business, their source of funds, and their risk profile. This includes screening for politically exposed persons, PEPs, sanctions, and adverse media. Together, these processes form the backbone of anti-money laundering, AML, compliance. Why it matters for fund managers. Fund managers are increasingly expected to treat KYC and CDD as part of their fiduciary duty, not just a regulatory requirement. Here's why. Investor trust. Institutional investors want to know their capital is being managed in a compliant environment. Strong KYC/CDD practices signal operational maturity. Regulatory pressure. Jurisdictions like the US, EU, and Cayman Islands have tightened AML rules. Fund managers are now directly accountable for lapses. Operational efficiency. Poor KYC/CDD workflows slow down onboarding, frustrate investors, and create bottlenecks in capital deployment. How it's done in practice? Most fund administrators and compliance teams follow a tiered approach. Initial due diligence: collect documents, verify identity, and assess risk. Ongoing monitoring: periodically refresh KYC data and monitor for changes in risk profile. Enhanced due diligence, EDD. Apply deeper scrutiny to high-risk clients, such as those from high-risk jurisdictions or with complex ownership structures. Technology plays a growing role here. Automated screening tools, digital identity verification, and centralized KYC repositories are helping firms streamline compliance while reducing manual errors. Common challenges: document collection. Investors, especially family offices and offshore entities, often resist providing sensitive documents. Ownership transparency: identifying ultimate beneficial owners, UBOs, can be complex, especially in layered structures. Jurisdictional variance: requirements differ across regions, making standardization difficult. AI and KYC/CDD, quietly transforming the process. Artificial intelligence is beginning to reshape how firms approach KYC and CDD, though most applications remain behind the scenes. Smart document recognition. AI can extract and validate data from passports, corporate filings, and utility bills with high accuracy. Risk scoring algorithms. Machine learning models can flag unusual patterns or inconsistencies in investor profiles. Adverse media screening. NLP tools can scan thousands of news sources to detect reputational risks in real time. These tools don't replace human judgment, but they do reduce friction, improve consistency, and allow compliance teams to focus on exceptions rather than routine checks. Bottom line, KYC and CDD aren't just regulatory hurdles. They're foundational to building a resilient, trustworthy fund operation. As investor expectations rise and regulators sharpen their focus, fund managers who treat these processes as strategic assets, not just obligations, will be better positioned to scale, attract capital, and avoid costly missteps.